The last game that I expected to be impressed by this E3 season was Tetris. I mean, come on, it's Tetris, it's about everything. But then a bit before E3, Sony actually released a trailer on the official PlayStation YouTube channel for a new game by Tatsuya Mizuguchi, who's famous for the Rez games, if you ever played those. And this looks stunning. Let me tell you, Puyo Puyo Tetris may be my favorite game on the Switch right now, and I may be addicted to it. But Tetris Effect looks like a whole new experience. It's a completely new way to play Tetris, and it's based off of science. Like, what's up with this? This game is weird and it's based off something retro, which makes it a perfect fit for this channel. So today on Stuff We Play, I'm telling you why you should buy, why you need to buy the Tetris Effect for PS4. Welcome to Stuff We Play, home of everything weird and retro, and oh my god, what we're talking about today is very weird, and I like that. And if that sounds cool to you, why not subscribe? The Tetris Effect for PS4. This game is being made by Tatsuya Mizuguchi, a famous game creator, and I'm going over 3 reasons today why you should be pumped for this game. And first off, just look at it. The presentation here is phenomenal. And yes, I'm not actually playing the music because I don't want this video to get copyright claimed, but just look at those visuals. I'm tired, this is representative of the final game. This looks stunning. It looks like a trip almost, but in a satisfying way. And it seems like there's going to be interplay between the soundtrack and gameplay itself, which, as it's a Mizuguchi game, doesn't surprise me at all whatsoever. If this game is anything like Rez, which had a phenomenal soundtrack, I hope this game at the very least gets a physical release for the soundtrack. This game itself, I think, is only coming out digitally, which, well, I saw that coming. But if the soundtrack is as good as in Rez, I would love to have a physical soundtrack, maybe even on vinyl from someone like Data Discs. Who knows? But now let's get into the second point. This is a Mizuguchi game, famous for games such as Rez, which is a really crazy shooter where you're going through, I guess, like a computer and whatnot, and it's a rail shooter, except the HD port has in a new level that's actually free roam. But if you shoot to the beat, it's really weird. That's the thing with Mizuguchi games, they're hard to describe. As much as I love Rez, I don't think I could really describe it. But I think this is in good hands, because yes, it's Tetris, but there have been Mizuguchi puzzle games before. Take a look at Lumina's for the PSP here. Great game, by the way. I paid $2 for it. You owe it to yourself to try this out on whatever platform you can. So with that name brings a lot of expectations with it. And I think it's going to deliver, even though, granted, we haven't seen a ton, but it's Tetris, but with a funky art style and soundtrack. I'm excited for that because I think I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. Apparently there's going to be 30 different stages, and I'm really wondering, like, are we going to be getting more dimensions here? Like, are we potentially going to be getting something like 3D Tetris into Virtual Boy or whatnot? God, that's some scary reference. The possibilities are endless, except it's Tetris. It's for sure Tetris, and that's addictive as hell. But the third reason you should be excited for the Tetris Effect is, as it was shown in the trailer, this is coming to the PS4, yes, and that's great, and I don't think you need PSVR for it, but it is PSVR compatible. And while I do not own a PSVR, in fact, when this comes out, if I can just play on a base PS4, that's how I'll be doing it, because, I don't know, I'm not totally convinced to buy a PSVR yet, and when I eventually do a PS4 buying guide, you'll understand why. But I think playing this in VR would be really crazy, just to kind of be enveloped by all the weird visuals that come with games like this. You know, maybe have like Rez-esque levels and just be totally immersed in that. It's based off a scientific study literally called the Tetris Effect, where even people with amnesia, would play Tetris for hours on end, and then they'd be able to vividly recall it, and they'd think of nothing but Tetris. Literally, like psychologically, they would be addicted. Like, it'd be ingrained in them. It's kind of scary, but I promise it's not. This is Tetris we're talking about. It's not going to kill you, hopefully. But even without VR, it looks really fascinating. I'm looking forward to, at the very least, giving the Tetris Effect a try. But you know what? I've been rambling on for a few minutes about Tetris, a really weird, wacky version of Tetris, but Tetris all the same. Will I like it more than Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch? I'm not sure. But you know what? Before I ramble on more, why don't you let me know your favorite version of Tetris down in the comment section below. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to Stuff We Play for more great content like this, back us on Patreon, Face, Twit, Tumblrgram, all that stuff. So thank you very much for watching. Stay classy, and I'll see you next time. Now I'm going to play some more Puyo Puyo Tetris because that's on my mind.